Juan. Happy Sunday. I'm on a few minutes early. I'm literally just sitting here waiting to go live, and I said, well, I could sit here and just wait for 6 o'clock to happen, or I can just jump on now. So I made the decision to just jump on. So to the replay warriors, thank you for coming back to watch the live. To those of you who are watching from the bushes, thank you so much for just kicking back and watching the live. I really do appreciate you being here. And I have lots of fun things to talk about and show today. As always, you know, we always find things to talk about. Oh, super, super happy that you guys are here. Okay, so first, my coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, you know, the usual creamer, usual coffee. I just made a fresh pot and needed to come on. I wanted to jump in here and really get this going because I have an early morning live at 4 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I want to prepare for that. So I want to get through all the things here, and then I can prepare for that. But first thing is first, we're here together. So thank you guys so much for being here. I have a box of share yarn that I need to go through with you guys. As you guys know, I am destashing. I'm organizing my yarn rooms, plural. And so I'm going through all of my yarn rooms, and I'm pulling yarn, and I've got a box here. I'm super excited to show you what I have to share for the month of November. We already have a tub filled with yarn. This is going to be added to that tub. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on what that all looks like by the end of the month. So let's see who's in the chat. I did go on a few minutes early, so notifications probably didn't go out. But that is perfectly okay for those of you guys who are peppering in later. Perfectly okay. Hello, Mark. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Lisa, hello, Suzanne, and Sabrosa, hello to you. And Cherry, Penn, Kim, and Kathy, thank you so much for being here. Let's see, Jess, hello, Jess. Thank you for the purple hearts. I really appreciate it. And let's see, Kathy, huge blanket hello to all of you guys. Happy Sunday, and thank you so much for being here. Okay. I need a sip of this coffee. I need a sip of the coffee. So good. Okay, so I have some updates to whips. I've been working on some whips. The members of the channel, we just had a Zoom meeting less than an hour ago. And I was working on my scarf. I'm making significant progress with it. I'm on the last skein. Thank you so much, Linda, for gifting a membership. I really appreciate you. And congratulations to Alley Cat Crochet for getting that membership. Super, super nice. Welcome to the officials, Alley Cat. I hope you really enjoy it. Okay, so this is the garter stitch. Just back and forth 20 stitches. And I'm leaving the fringe on the side to kind of mark where my skeins begin and end, just so that I can get like a visual. And so I made a hat. It's not nearby, of course, but this is the remnants of the hat right here. And then I put on a new skein, and I went from here to there. That's the first one, and then this is the second one. So I've got that. And then I have this. I think all I need is this. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, I'm going to continue working this up, and I will update you when it's completed. Very excited about that. Okay? So that's the first one there. It's a no-name situation. It's literally garter stitch back and forth 20 stitches. And I love this red. It's called Barbados Red. Let me see. Barbados Cherry. Barbados Cherry. Very, very nice. Okay, so the next thing that I have to show you, I made significant progress on my shawl here. I have a few of these on the needles. This is a knit whip, another knit whip. And this is called the Finally Fall Knit Shawl by Fiberflux Knitting Channel. And the last time you've seen it, it was right here. So I made a bunch of progress here. It's kind of, and I left it on these needles to show you because a lot of you asked, like, when do you know when to graduate to longer needles? Well, I'm going to show you. So, whoops. I lost the loop on the end there. There we go. So this is what it's looking like. I'm loving that gradient there. This is mandala. This is a mandala cake called Gaidora. Very, very nice. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, so I'm going to move that stitch marker up and I will show you the progress on the podcast this coming Friday. Very excited about that. But the cake that I have here is this one here. So it's mandala ombre in the colorway Gaidora. And that's kind of where I'm at with the cake. Hi, Patsy. Welcome in. Hi, Trish. Welcome in. And Sugar. Denise E. Hello to you. Hi, Kathy and Caitlin. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Stay tuned. I'll update you guys. And by the way, oh, I forgot to mention this. So when your work is scrunched and your work is from needle to needle and it's still scrunched in the middle, it's time to graduate to longer, like a longer length. And so this is 24 inches. I'm going to move on over to a 36-inch needle. So stay tuned for that. I have to find them. I think my 36-inch needles are on another project. I'm not sure. I know I have them. I just need to look for them. But I'm on the next color already, which is purple. You can kind of see it there. So I've officially finished this color here. Okay. So there's that. And I should show you the stitch marker. I keep forgetting that part. You know, when the knitters show their work, they also show the stitch marker. It's part of the process. So I've got a yellow butterfly there. Okay. I usually don't show stitch markers, but it's part of what happens when you show knitworks and all the things, I guess. I don't know. All right. Very nice, Margaret. Thank you so much for having your son watch. Super, super cool. And the next one that I have here is a crochet project. This is my car blanket. So this here is my perfectly squared granny square. And I'm using Loops and Thread Soft Classic. And I'm using a 5.5 millimeter US letter I crochet hook. It's this one right here. It's a Susan Bates hook. This is a vintage one. I love how this is working up. I love it so much. But look at my work so far. Absolutely love it. Edith is going to love this very much. Well, Edie when she's good. So Edie for now. So I'm going to keep going until I get to 50 inches. And I'm not repeating any colors. So the goal here is to just pluck yarns from my stash and add 2 rounds to it and then move on to the next color. So I actually had to pick off the wall today for this blanket because now that it's this big, it's going to take quite a bit of yarn to go around twice. I'm using a smaller hook. It's pretty far out at this point. And so, yeah, this is what the skein looks like with 1 round done. And I just started the 2nd round. So, yeah, it's going to eat up this yarn pretty quickly. So, yeah, I'm going to keep going and I'll keep you posted. Hopefully this will be a finished object by this Friday's podcast. So stay tuned. All right. The next thing that I have to show you is it was suggested by the viewership. You guys made the suggestion to make my own blanket. I was inspired by my mom's blanket that she and I did together for Camp Boggy Creek, the one with all the little squares. And it was suggested that I try it with my vintage variegated yarn. So I went ahead and did some swatches. So the colorway in the middle here is this right here. So this colorway is called Wedgwood. It is a vintage discontinued variegated yarn. It's a medium 4-weight yarn. And it's a 6-ounce skein, 170 grams. Very, very nice. So I did the math for the size blanket that I need. If I do 2 round squares here, it's 2 inches, I think. I have to double check. Hold on. I should have measured before the live. I apologize. Let me see. So these are 3 inches. So I have to recalculate. If they were 2-inch squares, I would need 750 of them. Clearly, these are 3 inches. But here's the thing, guys. I'm not sure how I feel about this maybe 2 rounds. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should keep it this 1 round or go 2 rounds with this? And if you notice, I used charcoal gray instead of black so I could see all of my stitches. I want to be able to see everything. Should I keep it like this, or should I do 2 rounds of the variegated and then add the charcoal? What do you think? So keep it 1 round. Some are saying 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Okay, do a test square of the 2 rounds and see what it looks like. Okay, yes, 1 round. I love it. 2-bit. See, here's my hang up with it, guys. So with some of the variegated yarns that I have in stash, if I only did 1 round, it's not showcasing all of the colors in the skein. It's only giving you part of what some of those colorways have. So if I go around twice, it's going to give you that full spectrum of what that yarn has. If it were a solid, I'd be like, fine, we're going to do just 1 round like this. But with the Wedgwood, I noticed that there's another part of this colorway that's not being showcased because it's only 1 round. So, and there are several other colorways like that, you know? Let's see. I have to keep you posted. But I do know that if I start this is going to be like a huge undertaking, because I remember when my mom did it and she started it, she had trash bags filled. Now, we're not making several of these, we're just making one. So maybe we don't need trash bags full, but I'll have to redo the math and figure out what that looks like, because I want to make a queen size blanket. And as far as joining the squares, I'm going to do this the same way I did my gameplay blanket. If you saw that tutorial, I took those squares, they were made with Premier Puzzle. I took them and did like a single crochet, chain 2 single crochet in the windows and just joined them like that. And I'm going to do it in the same color as the border so you can't really see it. I would do join as you go, but there's so many different colorways, it would be a huge mess. I mean, yeah, it would be a mess unless I did the centers first, put them in sandwich baggies separated by colors, and then kept the colors in a bin, and then just, I guess, picked in the bin and changed colors each time as I went along. There's so much to think about with this. Oh, this is so involved, right? Who would have thought? These little squares. I mean, this all stemmed from my mom, for those of you guys who are not aware. She did an entire blanket and had me help her. It was a team effort. And she made a handful of these blankets. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness gracious. I want it to be good. You know, that's why I'm putting so much thought into it. I don't want to get so involved into the project and not be proud of it because I didn't give it my all, you know? I just want to make sure that it's chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So I'll keep you posted on that. Just know that if I do, okay, so there's 2 ways that I can do it. Like I said, I can get these 2-gallon sandwich baggies and do like 50 of these little itty bitty 1-round centers in each of the bags, and then just go through all of my colorways and then get one of my bins and just line them all up. And then when I go to do round 2, I can just cherry pick out of the bags and do a join as you go technique, which actually saves a lot of time because I'm doing the round and then I'm joining, so I don't have to go back and, you know, connect everything, which actually that kind of makes sense. I may do that, join as you go. It's going to be nice and flat. There's not going to be any ridges or anything like that. I may do that. How did I make this square? Can you explain? Sure, Lollipop. I like your name, by the way. So you're chaining 4, you're doing your traditional granny square. So you chain 4, you slip to the first chain, you chain 3, and then you go in the round here. So it's 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then you're going around, okay? And then I join the next color using a half double crochet join, and then I add the next color, and that's it. That's literally it. And I do have a tutorial for the perfectly squared granny square, which is how I start this. It's the same thing. So if you want to see the tutorial on that, it's on the channel in the tutorial playlist. So it's the perfectly squared granny square, okay? and left and right-handed crocheters all over there, okay? Looks can be deceiving. It looks a little wonky because of the colorway in the middle there, but it's fine. Now, I remember seeing somewhere online where someone did a solid color of 2 rounds, and it looks like a hashtag. It looks like this. So 2 rounds of a color and then your border color, it looks like a hashtag, which I'm not mad at. I actually think that's kind of nice, but my mom's project, like her whole idea inspired me to do this to begin with, so I may follow suit and just stick with the 1 round. Because I've never done it, it's challenging. I've got the yarn. For once, I can actually say I have the yarn for this. It's discontinued vintage variegated yarn. You guys know this already. I collect it, so why not use it? Put it to good use, right? Is Edith made with that same pattern? Yes. Edith is made with this same pattern. Yep. I stop at round 2 and that's it. So yeah, I changed my color after the first round. Well, for this, I think what I'm going to do is do the first round, put it in a baggie, line the baggies up after I finish the colorways, and then like on the podcasts, I'll show you which colorways I finished for that week. I'll fill the bin, and then when I go back to join, I'm going to cherry pick out of that bin and just go to town, join as you go, and just do all the things. I think that would be the best way to do this, to keep it organized. My mom did all her colors and she threw them in the trash bag. It didn't matter what color was in that bag. When she pulled it out, that was the color that was going on the blanket. She didn't look. If there were 2 of the same, it didn't matter. It was 2 of the same. She made it intentional, and it still turned out beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, you know? So super excited about that. Hello, Joanne. Welcome in. Do you have a video for Join As You Go? I do not, actually. I did... Where did I do that? I think I did it on my TikTok. I did it on a live, and I think I spoke to it. I'm not sure. I remember showing it, but I don't have a video for it. Stay tuned. Yes, I believe I did it on a TikTok live. Yep. Super, super nice. Hello, Shirley Knits. Howdy from Austin. Hello from nowhere, Delaware. Yes, I can, Jamie. I sure can. And by the way, I know you guys have seen it. If you haven't seen it, please check it out to support it, because I rolled something new out today, a border series. Many of you guys have asked for it. It's there. Please support it. I would really appreciate it. It's a 7-minute video, and it won't take you long. I'm looking for the swatch that I created. I was sitting here playing with it. Here it is. And I'm going to show it again on the podcast because I just want to speak to finished objects on the podcast. So this is what it looks like. This border here is so simple, guys. I mean, it's a 1-round border. And I saw a comment from Leonie. I don't know if she's in here, but she left a comment saying it looks like little shrimps, little prawns. I can't unsee that now. It does look like little prawns. The reason why I'm showing you this right now is because a lot of people have asked why this for the first one. So as you may or may not know, I'm a very sentimental person. So I did this as an homage to my grandmother, my aunt, and my mom, who all worked with the granny square. And so I wanted my very first border on that series to showcase a border featuring the granny square. So I could have done tons of other borders, but this was specifically for sentimental reasons. And so for those of you guys who have asked, I did not answer. I was waiting for this moment to tell you all at the same time. So hopefully you're catching this live. So it's a really cute border. I really like the corners. So yeah, very simple. And I will include complex borders as well. There's going to be the full run of the gambit. We're going to do envelope borders. We're going to do several round borders. We're going to do color changes. We're going to do textured borders, all sorts of things. But, you know, in time, one at a time, we're just going to go through the process. So, yeah, feel free to check that out. And please, again, if you can, support that, because I really want it to do well. since many of you guys have asked. I want that to stay. If it doesn't do well, it's not going to stay. And by that, I mean, just, make sure that it's there, Anyway, let's see. Do you have a tutorial for that granny square? Yes, I do. It's called the Perfectly Squared Granny Square. Yep. I have this on my channel for both left and right-handed crocheters. There's a playlist called tutorials. It's on there. I've got different kinds, by the way. I have the modern granny. I have the perfectly squared granny square. I have the perfectly rectangular. I have this done in the rectangle as well. So if you're interested, check that out, okay? Hi, Puro. Welcome in. Thank you for the purple hearts. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Please check out all of that. I would really appreciate it. So yeah, also too, just giving you guys a little bit of a tease. I am actively working on some projects, but I'm happy to report that this was a premiere feature. I showcased this on the podcast. I'm actually going to be sending the recipe over to the Magical Pattern Unicorn to get this ready. So I have decided that I'm going to make this a written pattern first, and then I will roll this out eventually as a tutorial. So stay tuned for that. Once it's done, I'll announce that it's ready to go. But for now, this is going to be a written pattern on my Ravelry. Okay? Thank you guys so much for those of you guys who are just noticing. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. Kendall, hello. Welcome in. And for those of you guys who want to make this a snood, just continue doing the repeats until it's long enough to go around your head. I love this color. It is such a great color. Janet says, hello, everyone. How are you in Juan in Nowhere, Delaware? I'm great. For it being Nowhere, Delaware, I'm very happy to be here. It's a little on the cold side, but it's colder in other places, so I can't complain. I'm thankful. So Shirley Knit says, what are you and Mama Wilma doing for Thanksgiving? So I'm just going to stay home, and it's going to be very quiet and quaint. Cooking for me and my mom. We're going to do the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the corn, the yams, the biscuits. I'm making a full spread, but just for me and mom. So just a full spread, but on a smaller scale. It's just going to be us. And of course, I'll be here on YouTube, spreading all the joy and all the things, giving you guys something to watch. Oh, thank you so much. By the way, for those of you guys who don't know what yarn I used this. This is Premier Karma, and it's Premier Karma Ombre. Each skein comes with 174 yards, and let's see, it's 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. And what I like most about this is the nylon that's in here. For some reason, to me, the yarn that's got that nylon content makes it very, very soft to me. And it is hand wash, lay flat to dry, which for me, I can't really imagine making this into everything. The possibilities are endless, but there are limits, I feel, so it's not endless, I guess. I wouldn't make a queen-size blanket with this because it's hand wash, lay flat to dry. But I could make a cowl or a hat or a shawl, something that's easily able to be washed by hand, But it was produced with airflow technology, and it's got 51 acrylic, 34 cotton, and 15 nylon. Super, super nice. So for this, it only took 1.5 of these. 1.5, and it takes 275 yards to make this with the 3 repeats. If you want to make this a snood, it's going to take 2 of these. Okay? Very, very nice. Let's see. Any other questions? Good evening from Northern Pennsylvania. In the bushes working on a taco challenge. I love that. I don't know if you guys mentioned this, or if I mentioned this. I have relatives in Northern Pennsylvania, in the Poconos. Yep. I try to get out there, but sometimes time gets the better part of me, and I never have a chance to get out there. But it's really nice up there. The air it hits different because it's the mountains. It's really nice. Let's see. Will your border work for twins clusters? So if you read, I think it's in the show notes, there's a stitch multiple in there for the various stitches For the twin clusters, I'm not sure because it works up with a multiple of 4 plus 1. Because if you do twins, imagine the granny stitches as twins and not the granny stitch. It's still going to have that same cadence. So, you know, whether it's 3 or 2, you still have to have an end stitch there. So it's 4 plus 1 is the multiple. So if it's a solid square, you're going to go into your corner, you're going to skip 3 stitches and go into the 4th one. So yeah, super nice. Did I say that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go into the first stitch and it's 1, 2, 3. So you're skipping 2 and you're going into the 3rd stitch. Yep. So yeah, very nice. And I did a smaller, this was my actual like play swatch. I'm like, what border should I do? You know, this is what the original looked like. It looks nice in every color. I mean, I like it. It's very simple. It's one of my go-tos. I have Boggy Creek blankets done with this very border. Super, super nice. Good evening, Juan and Yarny friends. It's nice snowy evening here in Vermont. Oh my. Hopefully it lasts through the holidays. Oh my. I love that you like the snow. I mean, for me, I've had bad experiences with it because when I lived in Boston in 2015, we had that huge, huge month-long, every day, tons of snow. It was like 115 inches or so. And that was the last year that I lived in Massachusetts. I left. I'm like, I don't want any more of that. And I left Massachusetts and went to Texas. Can you twice around? I mean, you can if you want to. This border wasn't designed to do that. Because of the fact that it's a crescent. Look at it like a crescent moon. It's going to be off center. So there really is no center point. I mean, if you wanted to do something like that, you could go right into that space, go into your chain space. It's going to pull it up and it's going to look like that. So, I mean, you can play with it and see what happens. But yeah, very, very nice. Becca says, Texas is too hot for me. I agree. I didn't last long there either. I left Massachusetts, went to Texas. Actually, wait a minute. I got that all wrong. I left Massachusetts and went to Pennsylvania. I went back to Philly, not Texas. I got it backwards. But it's still warmer in Pennsylvania. They didn't wind up with 115 inches of snow, so that's nice. Yes, that 2015 storm had me snowed in, and because I was an essential employee, I mean, you know, pharmacy manager, I had to go in. The pharmacies had to be open because people needed their medications, and so I had no choice but to find a way to get to my pharmacy. That storm in 2015 was, oh my goodness, it was traumatic. I feel like I had PTSD for years after that. I didn't want to be around snow. I didn't want to smell the snow. I didn't want to shovel it. I didn't want to salt. I didn't want to be around it. Oh, I'm in Delaware, and we don't really get as much snow as the people above us. Sometimes I panic when we get snow. I mean, I've lived here since 2022, this house, and we've only had like 2 snowstorms, and each time the snowstorm, well, the first one only gave us 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. And the second one that we had was like 4 inches, and that was a snowstorm. Like, I'm sure Delaware's had a lot more snow than that, but since living here, we haven't had much snow, which I'm very thankful for. I prefer fall or spring. I don't care for winter. I don't care for summer. You can get rid of those. Like, just take those seasons and recycle those. Go put them somewhere else. I want six months of autumn and 6 months of spring. And then I'm in my happy place. If we can find somewhere that's like geographically acceptable for that, that's where I would want to move to. I don't want temperatures above 80 degrees. I don't want temperatures below 50 degrees. So that's my sweet spot, 50 to 80. There's only one place that I know of that has a lot of days like that, and that's like Southern California, Southeastern, like San Diego area. Well, when I went to visit, I went and visited a lot of times, and the weather was always the same, very, very nice. And I know, like, as of late, the temperature's been crazy, but I'll have to look and see if there's anywhere geographically acceptable for those temperatures. Let's see, I'm in California, I can barely do rain. Oh my. I remember when I was a kid, we, regardless of how much snow was there, I mean, unless it was like an emergency and the state put out like some sort of warning, we went to school. Even if it was 2 hours late, we still had to go, you know? And I remember trekking to the bus stop in snow that was like this deep. And I had snow all in my shoes. It didn't matter. I still had to catch the bus. So, yeah. Let's see. Would that border look good on an Anna June blanket? Yes, it would. This border would look nice on an Anna June blanket. Yep. Very, very nice. Here they cancel school if there's ice on the roads. Oh, my. Yeah. I remember here in Delaware, they had like 1 inch of snow and schools were on a delay. It snowed some more and then they canceled school. They canceled it for the day. Lollipop asks, when are you doing a members live again? All of my member content happens on Monday. So it's members only Monday here on this channel. And so every Monday you'll either get a video or members only live. And as of late, it's mostly been members only live streams. If I post a video for members only, I'll let you guys know ahead of time that it's not going to be a live, that it's going to be like a video. Let's see. Will it work on your offset V-stitch pattern? Yes, it will. Just remember to go into the spaces. So whether, like Ruth, she was asking, you know, twins, if it's twins or the granny stitch, doesn't matter. Just put it into the spaces in between your stitches. And then in the corners, do it 2 times. Do this stitch twice and then just keep going. And if you do it twice, you're going to get one of them that points up like that. It's really nice. So yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Juan, it's good that you didn't move to Kingston, Ontario. They get buried in snow every year. And you know what's funny? See, and here's the thing. Like, some of you guys know this. I have friends that live in Kingston, and I try to visit them as often as I can. It's been a while, but when I do, I try to only go like in the spring and summer months because, as she alluded to, they get a lot of snow there. And I got to tell you, the snow up there is different than the snow we get down here. I know it's still snow, but unless you've been to both places and have experienced the snow, it just hits different. The snow in Canada it's a lot different than the snow that we get here, I feel. You know, the air is different. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, they get a lot of snow. I probably wouldn't want to move to Kingston, Ontario, but if the snow was minimal, I probably wouldn't mind it. Oh, thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate your super chat. What makes the V-stitch start to ruffle with the same stitch count per row? So, tension. Look at your tension. If your stitches become loose, a lot of times when we crochet, it depends on your hook, but also too, like we start with tight tension and then we get comfortable and relaxed into our project. And then all of a sudden it starts to get a little loose, you know, so maybe try hooking down or just minding your tension. Just after every few rounds, just take a look and see if your stitches are exactly the same. And I mean, even it happens to me a lot, especially with my perfectly squared granny square. I'll get very comfortable with it and not realize that I'm loosening my tension. And so I'll have to either tighten it back up or frog back a few rounds to keep that tension nice and tight. Yep. Just if you're going to keep it loose, I mean, if you're going to start loose, keep it loose. If you're going to start tight, keep it tight. As soon as your tension changes, so does your blanket, and it's going to show in your work. Monica says, I hate it and I live here. Wow. Oh, I actually like it 6 months out of the year. Like, I love Canada 6 months out of the year. Believe it or not, it's the warmer months. Yep. So I want to say from, let's see, 6 months out of the year, I could probably do April till about October. Yes. Canada is like a great place to be between April and October, at least on the eastern side of Canada. Western side, it's different. It's like they don't get much snow compared to the eastern side. But yeah, you give me that back half of the year, I'm there all the time. Oh, so good. This coffee is so good. Sometimes I make it perfect and it makes me so happy. All right, look at this box, guys. It's the never-ending stash, the gift that keeps giving. So this is from my stash. And for those of you guys that are new to my live stream, I absolutely love sharing my yarn. So whether that's through Facebook Marketplace or if that's through my mom, she's been recently donating yarn to the channel. I'm going through her stash and going through my stash. And so what I do is I show you guys the yarn every Sunday, almost every Sunday. And then at the end of the month, I box everything up and then I do a separate video for the share yarn boxes of the month, and then I give them away to you guys. And so all that I ask is that you're publicly subscribed to my channel, because I've had some instances where people have gone for these prizes and they've made it publicly known that they do not support my channel. Like, they only come here for the giveaways, and while in most cases I wouldn't care, it wouldn't bother me, it really upset me knowing that there are avid supporters of this channel that could have gotten these boxes that didn't, because there were people who didn't support the channel that got the boxes. So now, I mean, for the longest time, I put it out there that in order to qualify for these at the end of the month, that you have to be publicly subscribed to the channel, okay? So make sure to check your settings. Diane, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Let me click that. Let me click that thummy button right there. Oop, come on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's get into this. The first thing that I have here is a Karen Cinnamon Swirl Cake. And by the way, all yarn is good yarn. There's some leakers in here. There's some really nice skeins. There's some bougie things in here. It's the full run of the gambit. With these boxes, you just don't know what you're going to get. So we have a Karen Cinnamon Swirl Cake, and the colorway here is called, what is it called? I thought I had it. Oyster. It's called Oyster, and it's a medium 4-weight yarn. They suggest a 5mm crochet hook. It's machine washable and dryable. It's 8 ounces at 227 grams, and there's 407 yards in this cake. So that's going to be for the share box, one of those. And then for those of you guys who really like the thinner yarns, I know I have a few people that watch me that love the thin yarn. I plucked from stash 2 cakes. It's called It's a Wrap from Red Heart. This is a number 2 weight yarn. It's a fine number 2 weight, and they suggest a 2.75mm crochet hook. Look how thin that is. Super, super thin. So the colorway name here is, it's covered. It's called Cool Blue. I've got 2 skeins of that. I picked this up at Ollie's when it was on sale. I got it for $4.98, but then 30% off of that because the store was closing. So I bought up every single cake they had. And so I've given some away. I have these 2 here. I'm left with 2. So I did an even Steven split right down the middle. So these are going in the share box. My mom donated these. little pouches. So this says, your potential is endless. And then this one here, it says, you are nothing short of amazing. So those are going, and I'm just gonna do an even Steven split between the boxes. My mom, as of late, I mean, for those of you guys that don't know this, my mom went completely blind. And so I officially inherited her yarn stash. And it's like in writing, like I've inherited her entire yarn stash and all of her makes and everything. And so what we're doing is we're peppering in some of her items for giveaways. And so this was from my mom to you guys. And the next thing that I have here, I can't seem to get rid of this. I'm so glad that I'm putting it in the box. So this was actually a whip that I started that I chose to not push forth. I was going to make a top, like a men's top. I started it and left it in here. So whoever gets this, you can frog it, do whatever you want. So I was doing a vertical top here. And I mean, I like the way that it looks. It feels amazing. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to do it. If I didn't have a channel to run, I'd probably have this done by now. But since I don't have the time to do it, I'm going to give it away. So whoever gets this will wind up getting all of it. So you're getting 4 cakes of this. And the yarn, it's very slippery. So it's very slippery yarn. So it looks like spaghetti. So I had 4, and then I got 4, and then I gave those 4 away, and then I got 4 more. I just can't seem to get rid of it because it's like, do I give it away? Do I keep it? Do I give it away? Do I keep it? So I finally decided we're just going to give this away, and you're never going to see this on the channel again. Okay. The next thing that I have here is a vintage yarn from Stash. This here is called Karen Sport. It's a sport weight yarn, and it's off-white. It's 3 ounces. It says 3-ply. Let's see here. Crochet gauge, 9 single crochet stitches per 2 inches. Let's see. Made in the US of A. So, Karen Sport, off-white. I plucked this from my stash. Loops and threads impeccable. The colorway here is called New Galaxy. This is a medium 4-weight yarn. They suggest a 5mm crochet hook. It's machine washable and dryable. It's at 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. And the yarn, I mean, it feels great. Actually, it's not 100 grams. It's 85 grams. New Galaxy. So there's that. I wanted to keep this. I did. But I said, you know what? I have to share it. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm very, very impartial to my vintage variegated yarn. I don't like, this sounds so selfish. I don't like to share it. I like to keep it all for myself, but I realized that I do have to share some of it because I only have 2 hands and I can't do all of the things. So I'm paying this forward. This was gifted to me. I'm just paying this one forward. I don't like to share. So it's beautiful browns. So I love this for whoever's going to get it. So we're breaking new barriers here. You know, I'm sharing my vintage variegated yarn. I'm a little nervous about that actually, but I'm glad. The next thing I have here, I found this. I have a bag of this that I'm actually going to be selling on my Etsy store. I have this one-off, so I'm sharing this. So this is heavy. This is a heavy yarn. It's a heavy yarn. So it's Bernat Crushed Velvet. And this is a bulky 5-weight yarn. It's 100% polyester, and it's hand wash, lay flat to dry. So it's not very user-friendly. I mean, outside of like pillows and maybe like amigurumi, I don't know what you would make with this. I wouldn't make a blanket with this. They've got a pillow option here, so that's probably what I would do with this, only because it's hand wash, lay flat to dry. 10.5 ounces at 300 grams, and there's 315 yards on this skein. And the colorway here is called Potent Purple. Oh yes, scrunchies. I forgot about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to point. But yes, great suggestion, Ruth. I forgot about that. I don't make scrunchies, so I wouldn't know about that. But yes, I have seen them. Very nice. Did you like how I went like this? All right, so I've got some homespun yarn to share with you. I keep finding it. So I've got this classic ball band here. This is called Waterfall. This is machine washable and dryable, which is super nice. We do love machine washable and dryable. It makes it a lot fun. This is great for donation blankets, for wearables. Love it. And they are suggesting a 6.5 US letter K crochet hook. Or if you're knitting with this, which I haven't tried yet, I may try. Someone said to me in a comment that they really like to knit with this. I may try that. You need number 10s, 6mm needles. So there's that. I don't know if that's the same colorway. It looks a little different. I don't know the name of this. This is a no-name skein. But this has shades of like a darker blue, whereas this is like a baby blue. So we've got those in there. And then you remember the Boggy Creek blanket that I made with the Red Heart baby clouds? Well, I have some left over that I'm wanting to share with the channel. So I've got this one here. It's called Breeze. And this is what the ball band looks like. I know it's backwards, but it's that. Breeze. Machine washable and dryable. And they suggest a 10mm hook with this. 10mm. It doesn't have a classification on it, but I would assume that it's either a bulky, it feels like a bulky yarn to me, but for a 10mm hook, it may be super bulky. I'm not sure. But Breeze, very nice. And then this colorway here is called Creamsicle. I actually used the other skein of this in my Boggy Creek blanket. The skein goes very, very quickly. It doesn't have how many, does it have a yardage on here? No, no yardage, but it doesn't have a lot of yardage on here. It goes very fast. So very, very nice. And that is what I have for the share box for this live. So I'm going to add all of this to what I've shown the last time we were together. And just to remind you guys, the gray bin that I've shown last time is already full. So this is probably going to have to sit next to it, which means we're going to have more than 2 people for share boxes again. So last month I shared 55 pounds of yarn. I think it was 55 pounds. And then the month before that, it was 71 pounds of yarn. So yeah, very nice. There really is no limit. If I come across it and I want to share it, I'll share it. And it's going to be something that I continue doing. So if I run out of things to share here at my house, I'll look around and I'll source yarns from Goodwill. I'll source yarns from Facebook Marketplace, and I'll come up with things to share with you guys, because I like to be able to give back to you guys and share. You guys take a lot of your time to watch my content. The least I can do is share yarn with you, because it's all the things. Oh, and you know what? This has been on my desk for the longest time. I'm going to throw this in too. So this is Ice Yarns Picasso, a donut. Just a random donut that's been sitting on my desk forever. Finally, I'm going to put it in the box. So hopefully someone likes this. I don't know. So in the box it goes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I also have friends of the channel. Thank you, Kim. I do have friends of the channel that donate yarn to my channel. And I shouldn't forget that part, because a large part of the reason why I've been able to give back as much of the yarn as I'm able to is because of the donations. So yeah, special thanks to those of you guys who have donated recently in the past. So Donna, Lanny, oh my goodness, the list is long. Landers, I'm trying to think. Mary L. Whole bunch of people have donated to the channel. So thank you all for donating. I will let you guys all know when I'm ready to receive yarn. Not yet. I'm still destashing and decluttering and all the things. So when I'm done that, I'll put the call out to the friends of the channel and say, hey, if you got anything to donate, send it. I'm going to share it with the channel. Okay? Hi, Quilty Crocheter. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Laura. There she is. She's another one, too. I love it, because those of you guys who donate to the channel, you guys literally put share yarn and a huge happy face. And I don't even open it, because I know exactly what that's for. I don't have to go through it. I just set it to the side until Sunday, and then I crack it open, and then there we have it. So it's really nice. And the great thing about the share yarn is, like, I'm just the middle person. Like, I'm sharing on the platform, but so many of you guys, you know, see what's going on and things like that. And a lot of you guys may not want the yarn. You may not want to participate in it, but you're here to see all the things. And I think that's a lot of fun too, because it's almost like opening up a treasure trove of different kinds of yarns, you know? So much fun. So good, right? Anyway, I can't tell you how much I love our Sunday lives. So we've been doing this. I think my first Sunday live was December 6th, 2023. So we are approaching the actual anniversary of my very first live stream. That's huge for me. 2 years. I haven't missed a single Sunday. I was a few minutes late here and there, but I haven't missed a single Sunday since I started doing Sunday lives. All the other lives, I mean, they come, they go, whatever. But this Sunday live is like so important to me, because I remember the very first live stream I ever did. I was so nervous. Like, my heart was beating so fast. I couldn't breathe. I was nervous. My palms were sweaty. And I played it off as if everything was perfect. So I say all this to tell you guys that you guys know that I have received my silver play button, and I've been waiting to figure out a day on when I was going to do this whole 100K celebration situation, and I want to do it on my anniversary of my very first Sunday live. So December 7th is actually it's the closest Sunday to my 2-year Sunday live anniversary. So December 7th is going to be the day we hold the celebration. So mark your calendars. That's when we're going to do it. I'm very excited about it. And I hope you guys can all be there, because I would really like very much to be in the company of those of you who have supported me this entire way. I want to open everything. I haven't opened it yet. I want to open up my silver play button. A few of you guys have sent special treats for me for achieving the milestone, so I want to open those. I've been holding off on that. And yeah, so I'll have some treats for you guys, but I want it to be more of like, I don't want it to be a session of, you know, giveaways. I don't want to spend the entire time doing giveaways. I actually want to spend time with you guys, because you guys have taken 2 whole years of your life to watch my content, and I just want to share that time with you guys. So to me, that's more important than anything. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good time. It's not going to be too crazy. Lowercase celebration, right? So December 7th, please mark your calendars. And it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? And it's on our Sunday live, normal time, so it's not breaking the cadence of anything. I would have been going live anyway, except this particular Sunday is going to be just for that celebration. All right. So I guess from here, the next thing I should tell you guys is at 4 o'clock in the morning, less than 10 hours away, I'm going to be going live again to do a Wake Up with Juan. That's my new thing. I've been doing it now for about a month or two, and it's a smaller, more intimate crowd, but I really enjoy doing that because it helps me mentally prepare for the week. So I have everything organized, and I really put out a lot of work when I have an organized week. So by doing that live stream, it holds me accountable to what I need to get done. So I have a 4 a.m. live, so whether you're on the East Coast and it's in the middle of the night, or you're somewhere far away and it's dinner time, if you're able to make it, please come. I would really appreciate the company. Yeah, so much fun. Juan, please take a nap. I'll try. I'll try. There's just so much that I want to do. It's not that I can't rest. It's just that I get so excited. Like I want to work on this. I want to get this done. So good. I just love doing all the things. I get so excited. I don't know why. I shouldn't be as excited as I am with yarn, with creating, with crochet, with recording, with editing. I just love this whole entire process. I love it so much. And I get so excited about the things that I want to put out that it keeps me from sleeping. So I can't control it. I just love doing it, you know? Hello, Spring. Welcome in. Super happy to see you here. Hello. So once again, before I sign off, guys, what time is it? Oh, I still have 9 minutes. I forgot I went on a few minutes early. So yes, I'm holding myself to time limits because I have to be up and ready by 4 a.m. for that live. Everyone, please remember it's a holiday weekend here in the U.S. So there's that. Just voicing that out because it's kind of important. It is. So yeah. I'm not sure. Is next weekend also a holiday weekend? Because we've got like Thanksgiving, Black Friday, or is it officially like over? So we have Thanksgiving coming this Thursday, right? So Thursday and then Black Friday. It's Thanksgiving weekend, yeah. So I don't know if you guys are going to be up for all the things because on the weekends is when I do most of my content, but I will be here. Rain, snow, sleet, hail, or shine, I will still be here doing all the things. So if you're looking for company, come and check me out. The holiday weekend is Thanksgiving weekend. So we have Thanksgiving on Thursday, Black Friday, and then recovery weekend from all the food and all the shopping. And then don't they have a thing on Monday called Cyber Monday? So it runs the whole weekend. So I've been seeing Black Friday sales since last week. So I don't know if it's necessarily one day, but yeah. Your Thanksgiving cactus is flowering right on cue. I love that. It's so good. Cyber Monday. Yes, check out all the deals, the steals. If I find anything in the Yarny community, I will go ahead and share that with you guys. I don't really know what specific sales are out there just yet, but I will keep my eyes peeled and I'll share that in the community tab for you guys if you're interested. Okay? You've been watching me, Reva. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, let's see. We've got Spiderfish Creates says, small business Saturday, visit your local yarn store. I completely agree with that. Even if it's just a stitch marker, even if it's just to pay them a visit and look around the store, I mean, it is really important to keep those alive and running because we need those options. We need those spaces to be able to share our craft. These big box stores don't have tables and chairs for us to sit and commune together and share our work with each other. So if you're able to visit your local yarn store this holiday weekend, please do so because it would really hurt a lot to know that the stores are just going to close left and right because no one's shopping them. So yeah, very, very good. One, will Nana June's work up pretty in a solid color? Absolutely. Yes. Nana, you have the block stitches, you've got the texture, you've got the look there that will give it some depth. So yeah, by all means. Absolutely. Juan, Amazon is already doing some Black Friday deals on yarn, especially good deals on Red Heart Super Saver. There you heard it. CNY Woman says, check Amazon. I'm going to check Amazon after this live. And Premier Black Friday sale is November 26th through the 1st of December. Thank you so much for that, Kim. I'll take screenshots of all the things and I'll share things with you guys that I think is a real deal and steal, okay? So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. As always, it's been tons of fun. For those of you guys who are up and able, please meet me again back here at 4 o'clock in the morning for Wake Up with Juan. All right? So that is all from me for now. And until the next one, have a good one. Bye.